So a little background: the cognitive technology group is composed primarily of UC Berkeley students and friends and people from surrounding community, and they work on a number of different projects in sort of the brain and body hacking space. So they have some really cool ties to projects like the OpenBCI project, which we're about to hear about, along with other consumer EEG manufacturers, and they have prototypes for a lot of other really interesting stuff as well. So, Stephen, thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mikey. So I'll give like a 1 or 2 minute intro, and then we have a demo for you, and then I'll describe a bit more of the projects that we're working on and what we're trying to do. So the Cognitive Technology Group at Berkeley emerged about in April when we were having many of the conversations that it seems like people are having here. There's an emerging ecosystem of brain-computer interfaces and what we might call body-computer interfaces, heart rate, breath sensors, that haven't been accessible to people before. And we started asking questions, well, what can we do? What can we make out of this? And we started getting together and having hack sessions every weekend, and the group expanded and grew. And so we really want to be what I imagine as the exploring the practical implications and the technical implications of the conversations that we have here. What does it mean when we can when a group of us can get together and build a device or technology that interfaces with the brain? So I'll let you guys present one of those things, and then I'll speak a bit more about what the community that we're trying to build in partnership with the Consciousness Hacking Group and ways that we can work together. So go for it.
Thank you. My name is Marion. I'm actually not part of Berkeley. I'm a data scientist at Cloudlever, and I met these guys a month ago. One of the projects we are working on is Cloud Brain. And I guess that echoes this idea of having a platform where we can centralize, analyze, visualize all of this data that we can gather either from EEG headsets, like biofeedback, etc. So this is a little demo of Cloud Brain that is currently streaming data from John's head. And basically it's very easy to create connectors with any type of either a neurofeedback device or biofeedback device. You just need a very simple little UDP server that sends the data to the Cloud Brain. And then if I can just show how, where is my, I would like to go on this tab. Sorry. That's really working, okay. Don't really have a presentation for that really, so. But I just want to highlight how it's made and how easy it is to get the data from a lot of hardware, provided that we add this very simple little connector. Basically, we have 3 building blocks. The first one is Horizon. It's getting data from these little connectors. You can be from anywhere. You just send them through the internet, collect them, and load them into the analyzer. The analyzer is a building block where you can have a lot of modules, like currently we have anomaly detection, we're going to have frequency analysis, we can do a lot of clustering, classification, and this goes into the third building block, which is the web app, where you just can visualize these patterns and these signals. And I hope that people that are interested in joining this initiative, we can have a lot of different connectors, a lot of different analyzer modules, and because you can see that the web app is not very fancy, a much better visualization interface. So, John, I'm going to let you explain what you do with your brain now.
I might not be able to do that in a very limited time. But this is the OpenBCI device, and it's an open source EEG device that comes with open source hardware, and we're currently developing the software for it, but you can run, you can extract the data from it, and then what you do with the raw data is up to you as a data scientist or a neuroscientist or whatnot. This is version 2. Version 3 is going to be Bluetooth Bluetooth compatible, so there's not going to be a bunch of wires. And there's also a nice little head mount that's 3D printable, and all the specifications for that are like online, open source. We just haven't been able to like print one out yet, but that's coming. You know, we have very limited resources. We are stationed at Berkeley, but we aren't affiliated with the campus. We kind of just like, that's where we all were, and you know, that's where it's centered. But we have people all over, you know, across the bay. Some people in Japan. It's kind of a cool setup we got. Anyways, we just wanted to show you this device, show you one of the projects we're working on, and I think Steven's going to tell you a little bit more about like the other things we've been doing as a group. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we reached out to, how many of you have seen the OpenBCI device? They had a successful Kickstarter in, I think, December or January, raised 250% of their goal. So there's big interest in aligning the screen. There's big interest in this. I'll just work like this. I really see us as a natural extension of the consciousness hacking group in the sense that there's so many potential areas of technology to be explored in this space, and so having sort of the homebrewed computer club of the brain computer interface or body computer interface field is what we're aiming to create. So how many of you come from a neuroscience background or research background of some kind? Okay, how about technology, programming, computers, data science? Wow, okay, a lot of you. Wow, okay. What about design or art? Okay, cool. Yeah, so we sort of stand at the intersection of those. About a third to almost, it's getting more, maybe half of the people are not Berkeley undergraduate or graduate students, but just people from the Bay Area, people from the community who are interested. So we want to create a platform where we can have conversations. We have hack sessions every weekend. And we have a lot of equipment that we like to share. We have Oculus Rift, the OpenBCI, heart monitors, the Myo device, if you've seen that, gesture control, the Kinect, and we're sort of trying to piece all this together. So if you have ideas, if you have projects that you want to explore, or if you want to get involved in one of the projects that we're doing, please reach out to us. We say that our goal is to create tools to help understand, extend, and improve the human mind. And that's something that I think we can all rally around. A few of the projects that we're working on, there's CloudBrain. We're really interested in creating tools for doing independent psychology research. So imagine that you could upload your brainwaves to a computer where someone else's programs analyze it in the cloud and then integrate that with, say, the Spire API, and then give you an instant mood readout. Or say that you could, so we want to create tools for people to explore the space. Future projects, we're also becoming more interested in virtual reality and data visualization. What would happen if you could use D3JS in 3D all around you? Or your own project. If you have ideas but you've been looking for people to help you build it, or you want the equipment to play with and haven't had access to it, we have people and equipment for you to come play with. So visit us at cogtech.net, say hello, or write to us at hello@cogtech.net, and join our Facebook group where we meet in Berkeley every weekend, and come join the party. Saturday is 1 p.m. They're posted, the event and location is posted on the Facebook group, which is visible from cogtech.net. Are there questions?
Are those actually working sessions?
Yeah, so there's workshops. So we had Stuart Hameroff, the neuroscientist you saw earlier with TUS. He came and gave a presentation 2 weeks ago, and that was more of a lecture format. Then we met with Sterling Cooley, I think, last week.
Yeah,
and that was awesome. We had more of a hack-focused session focused on the design and technical implementation of ultrasound. How many inches deep should it be in the brain? What does the hardware look like? We printed out the circuits. And so there's sort of at every level of the stack. If you're interested in psychology research and the neuroscience side, that's great. If you want to play with circuits and, okay, oh, one other thing. So here's the website, check it out. We have a blog that we're starting. If you're interested in writing, then you can post on that. This is a Facebook group. We have 270 members. So if you have a project and want to say, hey, I'm interested in doing this thing and I need 2 Python programmers and a data visualizer, then you'll probably find them here. Here's some of the working docs for projects that we're working on for the Cognitive Toolkit. And then here's our GitHub page. You can Cognitive Technology Group and want to add more projects to that. Yeah. Other questions, quickly? No, we're running short on time. Okay, cool.
Steven will be around, these folks will all be around after for
Yeah.
you guys to come talk to.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.